There we go. What is up, everybody? Andrew here with the Medellin Buzz. Hope everyone's having a great day. It is Saturday, February 17th, 2024. And today was a good day. It was a nice day today. It did sprinkle a little bit right now, but is it raining? No, it's not raining. That's my air conditioning. I'm like, it's not raining anymore. It was just sprinkling, but it looks fine now. So yeah, having my little soda drink. These are so good. These are Hatsu sodas. They're so good. Oh yeah, non-alcoholic beverage. Yeah, so today's topic, we're gonna go through downtown Medellin. We're gonna go over things to do and what the rents are like in the certain areas in downtown Medellin. Downtown is kind of a big area, so we'll go over the whole area, what it consists of, and the adjacent areas because there's a bunch of other little areas next to it. The downtown area in Medellin is called La Candelaria, and that's one specific area, and the rest of them around there are different adjacent neighborhoods. Okay, let me just pull up the chat here. Sorry, guys. There we go. So that's what we're gonna do today. I mean, literally, I could do like a 4-hour stream on downtown. I live there, and I know a lot of the little hidden gems. I could do a street tour. I used to do walking tours in English for my students that were learning English. So yeah. Let me pop out the chat here. What's up, Mr. Zombie? What's up, Mr. 69 Way Better? Jules, hola, ¿cómo estás? PSA cards, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Can we check out Airbnb and you evaluate if it's a decent deal in those areas? Yeah, sure. Send a link. Well, you can't send a link. I think it's against the rules on chat. What's up, Mr. DJ Muñeco? What's up, Jeff Wenchel? What's up? Are there many Airbnbs in El Centro? Probably not in La Candelaria, but we're gonna check that out. But in the areas around El Centro, like Buenos Aires and Boston, there's probably some. El Salvador, etc. Oh yeah, it's good. But yeah, so we're gonna check that out here in a second. Let me make sure that I've got my Facebook open as well, the Facebook chat. What's up, Mr. Jaime? Mr. Jaime, Jamie, what's up? Hope you're having a good day. We're gonna go through downtown Medellin. It's called El Centro. We're gonna go through the things to do in that area. For those of you that don't know, I actually lived there while I was working there. I was working at a language institute downtown. This was like 8 years ago, and I lived there for almost 2 years. I loved it. Apart from Manila and El Poblado, downtown was my favorite place to live, believe it or not. That's like my second favorite place out of all the neighborhoods I've lived in Medellin. That was my favorite, my second favorite to live in, because there's so many things to do and it's so lively, especially during December. December is super fun in downtown because they close off the some of the streets, etc. So yeah, it's really cool. Okay, so I don't need this one open. I'll leave that one open. Okay, so do you consider Buenos Aires part of downtown? No, it's not. I mean, a lot of people consider it part of downtown, but Buenos Aires is not part of downtown. Buenos Aires is its own neighborhood. It's not part of La Candelaria. It's adjacent to downtown. So, yeah, technically it's not downtown, but it's really, really close. Christopher, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, so I'm going to share my screen and go through downtown. Kind of the way that, like, when friends come down here, what I do. Also, one of our Medellin Dream Academy group members sent me a map that he created of all the different zones and what the estratos are, what are the income levels in each one of the zones. So when we get to that part of this live show, I'll go through what each neighborhood's estrato is, like what their income level is, based on the 1 through 6 scale that they have here in Medellin. If you don't know what the Medellin Dream Academy is, it's this right here. Make sure to join it. It's absolutely free. It's a community where we are all like-minded individuals that may live in Medellin or not in Medellin yet. That's why it's called the Medellin Dream Academy, where I have the community board here where you can post everything. It's kind of like a Facebook group. The great thing about this is that it's not Facebook, so you don't have all the distractions that Facebook has, and it's only about this topic of moving to Medellin and surrounding topics, because there are a lot of offshoots to moving to Medellin. One of them being making money online, or finding a way to make money remotely or making money online. So that's one of the topics that we cover in the Medellin Dream Academy. There's the classroom tab, where right now I only have one lesson, I guess you call it. Yeah, one lesson, and it has how to live in Medellin from the welcome message. And then I'm going to continue to add more. As you can see right now, we are discovering El Centro. So once I'm done with this one, I'm going to be putting it in here with the highlights, just like the Laureles and Belén one that we did live. And then next is Envigado and Sabaneta. I'm probably going to combine those two because those are two smaller little cities. And then after that, we're going to continue growing this lesson. Furthermore, I'm going to do more lessons on finding remote work, how I would go about finding remote work, and or being a freelancer online, which is going to be the new course that I create as we develop this community. Right now, this community has 84 members. We're almost at 100, and it's absolutely free. So if you're not part of it, join it. The link is in the description below. All right, so let me go to the map, and let's check out downtown Medellin. Yeah, let's check out downtown. Downtown, da da da. Hey, Jules, thank you so much for the donation. Los is coming, says, coming to Medellin in 2 weeks. Nice. Medellin, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day. You just got back from El Centro. Nice. Sorry, I already read that. That was Christopher. Okay, so let's go downtown Medellin. So if you ever want to know where downtown Medellin is, you could either type in El Centro Medellin, and this won't give you like an outline. It'll just give you places that have the name Centro in it. Like if you click on this, it's not going to give you a good depiction. I mean, this is like the center of Medellin, basically, I guess, according to the map. But it's not going to be very helpful. What you want to look for is La Candelaria. That's the name of downtown Medellin, La Candelaria, Lacandelaria, Candelaria, Medellin. And that's this whole, and then it does outline this whole red area of downtown Medellin. And as you can see, Buenos Aires is not included in that. This is Buenos Aires over here. So this is all La Candelaria, and in La Candelaria, there are different neighborhoods. For example, like Bombona, Boston. Boston is part of downtown. Los Angeles, San Benito, Estación Villa, Jesús Nazareño, Prado. What else over here? You've got El Corazón de Jesús. You've got a few other little neighborhoods. But what I do when someone comes down here, for example, like my dad or uncles or cousins or even just friends, and I want to give them a proper tour of downtown, we're usually in El Poblado, or some of them have stayed in like Laureles over here. So what I do is I start down in San Diego because it's less downtown, obviously. And we go to Premium Plaza. Premium Plaza is a mall. It's probably one of the more famous malls out here because it's old. But here's Premium Plaza. It's kind of ugly looking from the outside, but inside they've got a bunch of stores. This, by the way, fun little fact, and as I go through downtown, I'm going to give you some nuggets of gold that you probably won't hear from anybody anywhere, unless if they're a local, and a specific type of local, because I lived down there for a couple years. So my favorite store lives inside Premium Plaza. It's not in Viva Envigado. It's not in Santa Fe. It's not in El Tesoro. This is my favorite store right here. It's called It's called Ballers. Ballers Medellin. Tienda Ballers Medellin. It's all basketball apparel. So if you are a size 12 or above and you need basketball shoes or just shoes to like walk around in that are original, that are not knockoffs, direct from the States, you're going to be paying a premium because everything imported into Colombia is you pay a premium on from electronics to whatever. So these shoes are going to be more expensive than if you were to get them in the United States. The bonus, though, is that you get them right then and there. And they have large sizes. I've seen up to like size 18 in there. Because this is where all the pro basketball players in Colombia go to shop. So this is my favorite place to go. Yeah, this is Ballers in Premium Plaza. Okay, so we're at Premium Plaza. So this is where I start my tour with like my friends or family. Is right here at Premium Plaza. And then we head over towards downtown. Another cool little shopping center is San Diego. San Diego is also in downtown, or La Candelaria, but it's not really downtown yet, right? It's on the outskirts, and it's adjacent to El Poblado. San Diego, Centro Comercial San Diego, which is right here. This commercial center is really cool too, because most of it is outdoors. It's kind of like Oviedo, if you know what Oviedo is. The great thing about this one is that they have a lot of bonsai trees there. So if you like to buy bonsai trees, they have a bunch of them in the courtyards, and most of them are for sale. That's something that most people don't know, unless if you're a rich Colombian that has bonsai trees in their house. San Diego has bonsai trees for sale in their courtyards, and they have pretty good shops and a couple good restaurants in there as well. So San Diego is right here. So if I go La Candelaria again and I zoom out. Stuggy, what's up, Stuggy? So here's like we're just adjacent. Here's like El Poblado right here. So we're adjacent to El Poblado. You know, Ciudad del Rio's right here. Here's San Diego, and yeah, that's San Diego Mall right here. Centro Comercial San Diego. Here's Premium Plaza, and you're going down Avenida Poblado, which turns into La Oriental. As you're going down here, it's 43A. So as you're going down here, I'm going to make my way into downtown, but show you some cool little spots that you could hit up before you get there, right? Things to do. Faustin Brahim, what's up, Faustin? Hope you're having a good day today, watching on Facebook. Okay, so as we're going down here, we went through San Diego Mall. Here's some more. These are all just like a lot of like not stores, but warehouses and stuff like here. This is all residential over here in this area over here, so there's not much like shopping or anything. And that's one of the biggest reasons why people would go to downtown, is to shop. So as we're going down here, I'm going to go left here. So instead of going into downtown, which is up here, San Antonio Station and stuff, and El Hueco, I'm going to go left here first, down Avenida 33 and this little roundabout, because here is where you have the convention center in Medellin, which is called Plaza Mayor. Plaza Mayor is this big convention center. They have multiple places for events, multiple large halls for events, as you can see. And for the Medellin Masterclass, we're all going to our event in March. For the Medellin Masterclass, we meet up in person at least once a month, sometimes twice a month. So in March, we're going to here. If you go to Plaza Mayor, Medellin, you go to the agenda for events. So right now, if you are a fitness lover, or if you like to just go be weird and look at hot girls, a lot of guys go to this Expo Fitness is going on right now in Plaza Mayor. It's a giant fitness expo. Different companies come to showcase their products, etc. The next one I'm going to go to is the maternity Chamber of Maternity in Medellin. So they're going to have like a big expo for expecting mothers and fathers. So I'm going to be going to that on the 24th. And usually these are paid events. You have to pay at the entrance, but it's usually not a very large price, like 30,000 pesos, 50,000 pesos. I mean, Comic-Con was 50,000 pesos, and that was a huge event. Expo Nails, if you like to get your nails done, go to Expo Nails. The one that we're going to is in March, which is the Expo Inmobiliaria. This is where all of the real estate companies and builders, construction companies, come and do their expo for 3 days, the 8th, 9th, and 10th. And you could see all of the projects that are out there, especially the most important part. If you want to buy a property in Medellin, but you just don't have the money right now, but you want to get into something, this would be a great place to start looking at, because here is where all of the new blueprint projects are going to be. And they'll explain to you how the blueprint project works, how much money you got to put down, and how much money you have to pay monthly for the next 24 months in order to get into a blueprint project, etc. So this is a great expo right here. And then finally, there's a whole bunch the whole year, as you can see. There's a vape expo. Vaping is kind of like a thing here. I don't know. I've never even tried it. Jacob, what's up? Jacob says, "Hi Andrew, I hope your day is going well. Can you tell me which mall has a movie theater?" Pretty much all malls have a movie theater in Medellin. My favorite mall that has my favorite movie theater, there are three really, but the one that I always go to, I'll probably go this weekend to go watch the Bob Marley movie, is the one in El Tesoro, because they have the premiere theater where it's like the top floor. They have the big recliners. The waiters come to your recliner and give you your food, and they actually have like a real menu with like real food, not just popcorn. But I always just get popcorn. But you could get like real desserts, like a chocolate brownie with ice cream. You could get beer brought to you. You could come out of the movie theater wasted. So that one, and then Santa Fe has a pretty nice movie theater as well. Santa Fe. Oviedo has a really nice movie theater as well. And Viva Envigado also has a really nice movie theater. It's probably it is the newest theater in Medellin. I think they even have an IMAX one there, and they also have the Premiere there as well, Premiere movie theater. But it's just farther for me, so I don't go there much. Jeff says, "Does the movie theater also show movies in their original language?" The one in El Tesoro does. That's why I only go to that one. So when you go look at movie theaters, make sure that they are subtitled, not dubbed. And they'll say doblada or subtitulada. You want the subtitled ones so that they're in their original language, which is most of the time English. Aaron says, "Hey Andrew, love joining you for the lives. I'm still too chicken to go to the center. Let's go." All right, we're going. Let's go. Look. Okay. Wait, what happened to my map? Oh, did I totally erase it? No, it's right here. Okay, so that's Plaza Mayor. That's like where all of the events in Medellin happen. And the funny thing is that event page that we saw, Plaza Mayor, something very important that I didn't learn until very later into my life in Medellin, that Plaza Mayor events page, this is all of the events that Plaza Mayor puts on, that they put on as the company Plaza Mayor. So you're not going to see all of the events that happen all year. You're not going to see them here, which sucks. I mean, I wish they would just put them all here. So, for example, like they had the dirt bike riding thing, like show and expo. It was like a dirt bike expo that I totally missed because it wasn't on here. It was a private event that was held for the public. Does that make sense? Like a private company puts it on, not in conjunction with Plaza Mayor, but they're using their facility. So Plaza Mayor didn't put it on their website. So how do you find those events? You just Google eventos en Medellin. You got to do it in Spanish. Eventos en Medellin, and there's a ton of events always happening. My favorite ones to go to are where you buy tickets online. For example, darn it, let me get rid of this helper. Confirm. There we go. So, for example, La Tiquetera is kind of like, I don't know, what's the StubHub. So look, here's La Solar. So here are all these private events that happen around. Look, even the Nails Expo is on here. That was on the Expo, on the Plaza Mayor page. So make sure to check these out. This is where you'll find a ton of stuff. Um, wait, what's this? Partido de las Leyendas in Medellin. Does this mean Ronaldinho's coming to Medellin? See, you wouldn't have known this if you don't go here. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna look at this later. Is this like it looks like a Legends game that when like old timers come and play, which would be cool to see. But you could see a ton more information on these pages than you would on the regular convention center page. Nails, is it Niles? Niles growing. What's up, Niles? Niles, hey man, love your videos. How much tax do you pay as a freelancer? Well, it's very, very different. Everybody, it's kind of like in the United States. Well, no, it's not kind of like in the United States. It's different for me, and it will probably different for you. So, real quick on the tax situation. If you're living in Medellin and you become a tax resident because you stayed here more than 182 days in a 365-day period, not in a 1 year period, but a whole 365-day period. So if you got here September and you stayed 182 days until the next September, that you're considered a tax resident. Then that means that you're liable to filing taxes, which doesn't mean that you have to pay, but you have to file. And you have to show the income that you've made. Now, the income that you've made means the income that you want to show the Colombian government. So, for example, if I make my money in the United States, will Colombia be able to see the money I see in that I made in the United States? Probably not. But this is where you want to consult. This is where you want to consult a really good accountant out here. Make sure to join the Medellin Dream Academy or hit us up at the MedellinMasterclass.com. Where we give you all of that information. But that's where you want to consult as to how to file those taxes, because there are loopholes. There are things that you could do to lower the amounts that you pay, if any at all. Okay, so back to downtown Medellin. Anthony Lance Lanoy, what's up, Anthony? Hope you're having a good day. You join the Medellin Masterclass or the Medellin Dream Academy. Those two are different. Medellin Dream Academy is completely free. Medellin Masterclass is paid. Remember, this is absolutely free here. So, okay, so we're going back downtown. We were just at what do you call it? We were at La Isla. No, we were not at La Isla. We were at, dang, I lost my spot. Oh, yeah. Oh, we were at Plaza Mayor. Plaza Mayor. All right, so we were right here. Plaza Mayor. This is part of downtown. Let's just go back to La Candelaria so that we could see the outline of the entire downtown area. La Candelaria. Again, this is, and even if you don't go to an event, this is Bogota. Amazing. Okay. There it is. La Candelaria, Medellin. Notice that like the Candelaria in Medellin is actually bigger than the one in Bogota, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so we were going over here to Plaza Mayor, and then we're continuing down. So that was Plaza Mayor. Even if you're not going to an event, it's cool to go to Plaza Mayor because you can walk through there. There's restaurants. There's always something going on in there. There's always some sort of exhibition, even outside. There's things to do. But you could also walk over to, well, before we get to Parque de los Pies Descalzos, this is all in the same area, and it's all walkable. It's all flat. This is Teatro. This is the Metropolitan Theater here. I don't know if you guys even knew that there's a Metropolitan Theater in Medellin. But here I've gone to symphonies. I've gone to, this is the outside, by the way. But the inside is amazing. The acoustics are awesome. I've seen Vivaldi's Four Seasons in there. I've seen Beethoven's Ninth there. I've seen so many different things in that theater. And people go dressed up. This is like usually it's a pretty fair price for attending an event there. So if you want to check their events, you just put Teatro Metropolitano Medellin, and you'll get to their website, Programación, the program. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on. They've got all these events going on there. I don't see anything that I would want to go to. This is like what do you call it? Expressional dance or whatever you call it. Oh, Águila Descalza. Well, this is for if you are an advanced level of Spanish. This is really good plays. This couple, they put on some funny ass plays, and they're so smart, and they're almost like political satire, but with like very entertaining plays. They're original plays. They're pretty awesome. What's up, Mr. CBS King? How's it going? Here's a practical question. How does a moderately successful man find an affordable apartment to buy? Everything I search for is like 140,000 minimum, and it's not like I can get a home loan. Ideas. I just mentioned that on March 8th there's going to be an expo in Plaza Mayor from all of the construction companies, the builders. It's called Inmobiliaria Expo Inmobiliaria. You just type in Plaza Mayor Medellin in the browser, and you're going to see it's March 8th. There you'll see a lot of the construction companies that are coming down here, that are not coming down here, that are here, that are creating new buildings, because construction is the number one product of Medellin. Tourism's not even in the top 10, by the way, but construction is number one of producer of income for the whole valley. And so there's always new projects. So if you don't have the money to buy an apartment right now, but you want to get into one, and you have, let's say, a good job, so a good income coming in, and you want to pay monthly, then you want to look into blueprint projects. And that would be a good start. Going to that expo, understanding how a blueprint project works, how you pay that 30% down payment over the course of 2 years while they report those payments to the credit bureau. So you build your Colombian credit, and then at the end of the 24 months, when they're going to turn in the apartment to you because it's built, then you apply for the loan that with the bank that is working in conjunction with the construction company. So it's pretty much a given that you're going to qualify for the loan, and then you owe 70% because the bank is going to loan you 70% at probably like 15 to 18% interest over 15 years, fixed rate. And then you can accelerate those payments or whatever. But yeah, that's a whole different topic. But you can. But I've always talked about the blueprint projects in case you want to get into a property and you don't have the money. Your 80K liquid cash, you could buy an apartment with 80K though. You won't have a lot of money for restorations or anything, but you can get into a property at 80K. It just won't be in El Poblado. Or if you get really lucky, it could be in El Poblado. I've bought all my properties under $100,000 in El Poblado. The cheapest one that I bought was $62,000 back in 2019. But those days are long gone, I think. Okay. So we're talking about El Teatro Metropolitano de Medellin. That's in downtown Medellin, which is right here next to Plaza Mayor, the convention center. Laureles and Envigado is preferred. Yeah, you might be able to find an $80,000 apartment. You just have to do legwork. There's no MLS here. You can't really rely on real estate agents unless if you know one personally and you speak Spanish fluently, etc. So that's the thing. You either join the Medellin Masterclass, which would be my number one suggestion to you, is to join the Medellin Masterclass. If you want to check that out, go to MedellinMasterclass.com. Where you can learn everything about moving to Medellin, including how to. I do a whole module on how to buy an apartment in Medellin. It's 6 hours worth of modules, 21 modules, 6 hours long, and then you're part of our inner circle. We have 22 students. We have a small group on WhatsApp where we all talk. All of them, no, I wouldn't say all of them, but most of them are buying apartments. A couple of them have already bought apartments where we help them buy that apartment. So if you really want, hand-holding or at least some sort of guidance, go to MedellinMasterclass.com. If not, you can figure it out yourself. I did. It only took me 14 years, though. But I'm also stupider than most people. All right, so that was Plaza Mayor, the Metropolitan Theater. Again, remember, for those of you guys that are arriving late, we're going through downtown Medellin. Downtown Medellin is called La Candelaria is called La Candelaria, and that's this whole red area. And we're just over here on the left-hand side. We're working our way up into the thick of it. So that's the Metropolitan Theater Jose Gutierrez Gomez. And then you can walk over even during the day. It's such a nice walk, and it's so cool to go to. Parque de los Pies Descalzos. No, this is not a Shakira park or anything. She had a song named that, or a whole album. But this is Parque de los Pies Descalzos. This is a really bad picture. It looks like it was right after it rained. But this is a Zen garden, and there's you can walk through it barefoot. It exfoliates your feet. There's a whole way that you're supposed to walk through this park. That's why it's called Parque de los Pies Descalzos. It's called Barefoot Park because you're supposed to walk through it barefoot, and it's supposed to. It has Japanese reflexology mixed into it, where you start your walk through the little rock bamboo forest, where that like kind of hits the pressure points under your feet. And then you walk through this Zen garden, and it exfoliates your feet. And then you go into the purified water little fountains to cool off your feet and wash your feet. And it's a really good experience. Like these little things right here. People sit along the edge and wash their feet. Most people don't know about this. Most people come and do this with their kids, which is completely fine. It's awesome. I think it's great. But I was an English teacher here, and I used to take all of my students, my advanced level students, and I would take them on tours around their own city, but in English, so that they could practice their English. I'd tell them about their own city, so I had to study all this stuff back in the day, 8 years ago. This is Parque Los Pies Descalzos. This is the reflection. It's called the reflection or the mirror pond. So that's a really cool little area, and there's restaurants and stuff in this area. Yeah, this is what it looks like at night. This is the little bamboo rock forest. It's really beautiful. They do a really good job here with architecture. As you can see, this is a really crazy building right there. Okay, so that's Parque de los Pies Descalzos in downtown. The Barefoot Park has a lot of gringos in shorts. Yeah, but the funny part is that I used to see that all the time because I used to, even 8 years ago, there was always tourists there with like some sort of guide, but the guide never really told them what to do there. He wouldn't tell them, okay, take off your shoes. Now we're going to walk through the rock garden, then the Zen garden, then the reflection pond, etc. But there's a few restaurants here too. Thanks for the advice and the content. Always appreciate it. No worries, CBS. I appreciate you. Yabba dabba doo. How's it going? All right. So that was Parque Los Pies Descalzos. We're making our way towards downtown. All right. So now we're done with the lesser downtownish stuff because when you're in this area, you don't even feel like you're in downtown yet. You start feeling like you're in downtown once you get to Parque de las Luces right here. And you can walk all this, by the way. I made my dad walk all this. This is Parque de las Luces. I do not recommend going at night. Although it looks really pretty, but it's not a place to be hanging out at night. During the day, it's pretty cool. The best part about this area, in my opinion, is the library. Where is it? Here. You can go in here. So when I was broke and I was living in downtown and I was teaching English, I was working as a freelancer online. I would walk all the way down here with my laptop through downtown. It was completely safe for me. It was. I'm 6'3" guy walking with a destination, and I would walk where there was always policemen, etc. So I knew where I was going. I would walk right here to this public library. This public library is immense. I wouldn't say it's immense, but it's big. Here's inside. And they have free Wi-Fi, and there's a bunch of students usually in there, and they even have quiet rooms where you can go in if they're free. They're completely soundproof rooms up here. So if I needed to get on a call with with a client or something, I would go up there, and they even have Ethernet ports. So I would carry a little Ethernet cable, plug in my computer, and take calls up there and work as a freelancer when I wasn't teaching English. That's there. That's right there. Yeah, the Railroad Museum. Yeah, that's over here. Centro Comercial. Wait, no, this is Gran Plaza. My bad. That's by Alpujarra. So this is where the what do you call it? This is where all of the government places are in downtown. Um, and then there's the old railroad station here, like the Grand Central Station of Medellin. It's still here. Um, where is it? It's over here somewhere. Oh, this is where the walking tour. By the way, I highly recommend you guys take this tour. It's my favorite tour. I've taken it many times. These guys do a great job, and it's absolutely free. You just pay a donation. You can find them online by typing in "free walking tour Medellin," and you meet up with them, and they'll take you walking through downtown. It's awesome. Yeah, I can't find the railroad station. There it is. Yeah, this is the old railroad station right here. It's pretty cool. Estación Medellin, and it's open to the public. Inside they have like little shops and stuff too. Get out of this view. Okay, so that's that part there. We're still not really in downtown. There's de las Luces, the EPM library, which is great to go to. You can literally walk in there and pick up a book and read. They've got magazines, old magazines. I don't know. I'm a nerd. I love doing that kind of shit when I go to like a different city, like a large city, go to their public libraries. Okay, so now we're going kind of into downtown, like the busy part of downtown. And I'll show you a couple of famous streets, but since we're very close to it, I'll go to El Hueco. El Hueco is called the Hole in English. It's called the Hole, and this is where a lot of people come to do a lot of shopping. There's stores and a lot of pedestrian little streets. As you can see, it's very, very full of people during the day. It's very, very busy. A lot of things for sale out here. So if you need to buy something, like for example for Christmas and stuff, this is where I bought all my Christmas lights and stuff. I have a video on my channel where I walked all the way. It was my journey from my house all the way down to this area actually to buy my Christmas lights, my fake Christmas tree because there's no real Christmas trees here. Whoops. So yeah, this is El Hueco, where they have all like the merchants, I guess, down here. So that's that there. That's a good area for remodeling your place. Yeah, exactly. There's so much stuff here. Okay, so this is El Hueco. This is kind of like where all of the commerce happens, or I guess the wholesaling of goods, right? Whether it's electronics, etc. And these streets will be full of different parts of different things for depending on what you need. One street will be all like furniture. One street will all be just electronics. One street will be all like video games and stuff. Like, for example, I'm a nerd. Again, this is the video game street over here. Near Mall Shanghai and Centro Comercial de la Cascada. That's where you find all of that stuff. I'm not going to do the regular touristy stuff because most people probably have already done that. Like going to Plaza Botero. If you've been to Medellin and you haven't been to Plaza Botero, it's like, what have you done in your trip? Like, this is literally the most iconic thing that you could do in Medellin is go to Plaza Botero. You could even go into El Palacio here for free. There's no fee to enter to this palace, and it's a little history museum on the builder, the guy that built this. The architect was a Dutch architect. It looks half finished because it is half finished. The Dutch architect never finished it, so they just left it that way. So it's a cool history, and you can actually go through there and learn about the history. And there is one guide in there that speaks English. At least there was 8 years ago. I don't know about now. I haven't been there in a long time. Been there. It's nice. Yeah, it's cool. They have a really cool little courtyard with a little cafe in there, which is really great. And of course, you also have the this thing. If you've been to Medellin, let's say more than once, Because, I mean, if you were in Medellin once and maybe you only had a month or a couple of weeks, it's understandable that you didn't go to the museums. But, like, for me, going when I travel, it's primordial to go, like, to at least one museum. And if you go to one museum in Colombia, go to the Museum of Antioquia. It's the oldest museum in the city, and it has the works of Botero and Pablo Nel Gomez, which are the two most famous what do you call it, artists from here. So yeah, definitely worth going in there and paying the entrance. It's cheap. It's not expensive. Got a lot of cool stuff in there. Yeah, that's inside there. Really cool. Okay, so that's Museo de Antioquia. They also have like an outdoor seating area where you could people watch out there. Another really cool thing that a lot of people don't know about is this church right here. Iglesia de la Veracruz, right next to Parque Botero. You could walk there. This church is over 200 years old, and it's open to the public. It's crazy. It's over 200 years old. I always liked going in there just to walk in. I love going to churches because it tells you a lot about like the city. It tells you a lot about the people. In Medellin, even though, I mean, I guess Catholicism itself is pretty weird, but like this one right here, I took a picture of that one time. They didn't like they don't mind you taking pictures of things inside there. But anyway, yeah, that's the oldest church in Medellin. Ironically, that's where all of the prostitutes used to hang out before they moved to Calle 10. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so we're going through downtown, La Candelaria. And the way that you can know where you're at is I always gauge my direction by the river, because the river goes north and south, and here's the river, and also the big Avenida Oriental, which is also Avenida Poblado going south, runs parallel to it. So you can always gauge where you're at. You're like, okay, which way's the river? Which way's Avenida Oriental? River's east. Avenida Oriental is west. Okay, good. Sorry, it's the other way around. River's west. Avenida Oriental is east. This is where I used to work. This is the language center that I used to work at right here, Blendex. It's so fun, man. It was like one of the funnest times I've ever had in my life, working there as a teacher. Wow, they even have a 3D thing. We didn't have that back in the day. Yeah, it was so fun. They've grown so much. I know, Andres. It's nostalgia. That's where I met a lot of my girlfriends back in the day too. Yeah, it was amazing working there. It was so fun. Okay, so that was so this is downtown right here, Plaza Botero area. This is like the middle of La Candelaria, which is downtown Medellin, and other hidden nuggets. For example, I guess it's worth mentioning, although most people probably won't go there. There's a Hare Krishna. There's a wow. Okay, never mind. Not there. No, where is it? I totally misspelled that. Where does it go? In the Medellin. There's a vegetarian. Well, they're Hare Krishnas. Oh, there it is. So it's right next to Plaza Botero. This, but they do like 4-course meals there, like vegan 4-course meals, and it's a Hare Krishna like little temple thing, which most people don't know about. But it's usually really full, and it's very healthy and good food, I guess. Is that like a bandeja? Oh no, that's like a. It's like a fake bandeja paisa or a vegan bandeja paisa. So yeah, that's a really cool spot to go to. They also have a really good view there. Okay, other restaurants. Okay, so now getting into restaurants in this area. Is Mr. Moody. You met your ex at the language exchange? My brother met his wife at a language exchange that I put on while I was a teacher in Medellin. That's crazy, huh? Okay, so other restaurants to go to in downtown that are really cool. One of my favorites is Hacienda. Right here. Hacienda. This is a pedestrian street right here, Junin, and this is a very old and quintessential Colombian restaurant. It's traditional Colombian food. There's the bandeja paisa. And this was the first hacienda restaurant that they had. They have multiples around the city, but this was the first one. This is the pedestrian street of Junin with a bunch of shops. There's like a Velas there. There's a tennis. There's different little commercial centers in there as well. But hacienda is on the second floor, right next to Toto. If you need a good bag for traveling or whatever, or backpack, Toto usually has pretty good quality stuff. But hacienda, you go in there and it's on the second floor. Really cool. Everyone's dressed in like traditional stuff, I guess, or traditional wear. So that's hacienda. Another great restaurant in that area is Hato Viejo, right here, which is very close to hacienda, which is basically on the other end of this. This is Hato Viejo. I'll go to Street View first, so you can see where it's at. Dang it, why can't I go Street View? Oh, there we go. Hello? Something's going on with my... There we go. Okay, so this is the Street View of this place. This is very cool here. There's a little casino there. Is this La Playa? I think this is La Playa. But yeah, this is Hato Viejo, another traditional. A lot of people like Hato Viejo more over Hacienda because it's more like gourmet. But I like them both. I mean, you could see the quality, the difference in the quality of food, I guess, even in the pictures. Very cool looking. Hato, what does Hato mean? I don't remember what Hato Viejo means. Hato Viejo means something. It definitely has a meaning. It's not just a name. Hato Viejo, it just says restaurants. What is Hato? Hato, it's a verb. In English. Let's see. Bundle of things, especially one containing clothes. That's what hato means. So old hato. That's what it. Oh, look, group or crowd also. So it could be like an old crowd. Yeah, hato viejo could be like an old crowd maybe, or an old herd. A host. Old host, maybe? Yeah, so it could mean many different things. Interesting. Okay, so that's Hato Viejo, which is very famous. They also have many restaurants in the city. Yeah, so another great place to go to is, what's it called? Colombo Americano in downtown. Again, these are like hidden gems that you probably would never go to ever if nobody ever told you about them, or because they're not very well known. So this is another English language school, but the cool thing about this English school is that here, I'll show you the area that it's in. Again, there's not much to look at here, but this is it right here, Colombo Americano. Yeah, right here. The cool thing about it, though, is that they have indie films here. Like, for example, right here, one time I saw they had a whole weekend of Stanley Kubrick movies in English with Spanish subtitles, and it was full of, like, Colombian students. There was, like, not one American in there. So Colombo Americano has a little theater in there, and they do, like, indie movies and old movies in English, and they have, like, their program right there, and you could probably find it online by just going to Colombo Americano or whatever, Googling Colombo Americano Medellin. But that was like one of my favorite things to do. Again, I was broke when I lived in downtown, meaning that I didn't have a ton of money. I wasn't completely broke. I could sustain myself, but I was working downtown. I was working as a freelancer, living downtown. So when I had a date or just hanging out with friends, I would go to Colombo Americano. I'd be like, let's go watch a movie. And it's literally like $2 to get in here and watch a movie at Colombo Americano. And they always had really cool movies. I saw Full Metal Jacket there. I saw 200,000 Leagues Under the Sea, or 2,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Sorry, 200,000. A bunch of different movies as well in there. So, yeah. And you can buy your shoes right there. And you can park your car right there. And there's a couple of restaurants. Again, I'm vegan, so sorry to those that are non-vegan, which is probably everyone. There's a couple really good vegan restaurants. This one right here, this is a quintessential vegan restaurant right there. It's been there for years, and it's super cheap. They do like menú del día. Yeah, so this is downtown Medellin. I used to walk here because I used to live near there. Johnny V, what's up, Johnny V? What's up, Piedad? ¿Cómo estás? Hello is a ranch or finca where cattle is raised. Yeah, usually a finca. The finca is like the house, right? Yeah, if you have a finca, you have land, right? So that's where the cattle are raised. What city did you grow up in? If you grew up here or in Miami, you might never learn English. No one speaks English here. I grew up in California, in Southern California, around a lot of Mexicans who also don't speak a lot of English. My mom, for example, she doesn't speak English. She's been living there for 40 years. I guess she does speak English to a point, but not as much as someone that has been living in a place for 40 years, just because you don't really need it. That's the beautiful thing about the United States, is where you can go there and not even speak the language and become successful. That doesn't happen in many places around the world. That's why gotta love the U.S., man. It's the land of the milk and honey. Okay, so that's a Centro Comercial, Centro Colombo Americano. Okay, so yeah, that's the vegetarian place I was talking about. It's pretty famous. Okay, so another thing. So now let's talk about another restaurant that's also a hidden gem in downtown Medellin that has live blues or jazz on Tuesday nights. So you could go there at night. You don't want to walk there, obviously. You just get in an Uber and get there. Is right here, El Alcontista. This Alcontista is a great restaurant. The food is okay. It's not great. I wouldn't say it's like, 5-star. But it's really cool. This is the restaurant. And they have live blues and jazz, usually on Tuesdays. It's so awesome. Again, another really great date spot. Again, a lot of the time I was too broke to go here with my dates. But now, like, I'll go every now and then with a date. I'll be like, let's go down there. Okay, there's a guy with the accordion. Yeah, this is El Alcontista. This is a really cool date spot, even for night. If you're talking about downtown Medellin nightlife, this is pretty much it. Unless if you want to hang out at Parque, what's it called? El Periodista, which I'll show you here in a minute. Or go to one of the tango bar or the salsa little bars there. Yeah, this is El Alcontista. A very cool place. If you go El Alcontista Medellin, they have a website. So they have books there. You can buy books, and they have a restaurant, and then they also have events, as you can see. Let's see. On Friday, they have an event. They have Friday Jazz. Let's go. Wait, February 19th. Oh, that's Tuesday. Yes. I read Friday, and that's February. So yeah, they have some events, but what I used to go there for was the live music and the beer. Okay, that's El Alcontista. This little street right here, by the way, is super cool. I mean, it is walkable at night. I mean, I'm not going to go be the one to tell you to do it. Why can't... Oh, here we go. But at night, this street right here is actually walkable. And you can walk up here, and there's little bars. As you can see, at night, this all lights up. These bars are all open. A lot of them are tango bars. Like this one is a very famous tango bar on this corner over here. And this one over here. So, like this one right here. This is one of my favorite bars. It's a rock bar. It's called Wall Street. And then right next to it, under here, this is a little tango bar. But people just sit there and drink and talk. And then Al Contista is right here. This is Al Contista. These are walkable streets downtown even at night, believe it or not. But I'm not going to be the one to tell you because then someone will get mugged or something will happen and then you'll blame me. So don't do it. And then this is the famous Parque del Periodista. This is where a lot of drugs and stuff are sold here, but also it's also a lot of young people just hanging out, drinking. And then there's a very famous salsa club, or I guess it's not a club, it's like a bar right here. Right here. Salsa Bar, La 53 Salsa Bar, also known as El Eslabón Prendido. If you Google El Eslabón Prendido, this is it right here. El Eslabón Prendido. Yeah, as you could see, it's like a little sweaty little salsa club. This is like a must if you ever come to Medellin and you like salsa. You have to come here. It's the best vibe, and it's tiny, so it's muggy. It's like what you would think like a salsa club should look like in South America, in Colombia. Yeah, as you can see, it's really cool. El Eslabón Prendido. Again, it's in downtown Medellin. I do not recommend you walk around these streets at night. I would, and I do, and I have. Never been robbed in the 14 years I've been here. The 2 years I lived here, I would hang out at Parque Periodista after work, after teaching at Blendex, which is about 6 or 7 blocks away from here. We would walk with our other colleagues and then have beers right here or at Wall Street or one of the bars out here, etc. So this is the part where nightlife is pretty safe here for the most part. But if you walk like 6 blocks that way, it's not safe. It's like, all right. So we're going back. Parque Periodistas is 2 blocks from one of the best brothels. I wouldn't know. Warren Kemmer, what's up? Food isn't great, but the atmosphere is killer at Al Contista. Yeah. Okay, so that's that there. Those are the another must see that you might not know about is let's see. Can I find it? Okay, so we went through El Hueco, we went to some of the nightlife. I think that's probably the only nightlife in downtown Medellin that is worth going to, that it could be safe in the whole area. Another great thing to do at night, date night again, on the cheap, and even not on the cheap, it's just like fun, is going to, so if you just type in teatro, like theater, Medellin, you're going to find a bunch of different theaters in downtown. For example, Teatro Lido, right here. This theater right here has plays and music. Again, these are things that you can do. This is in Parque Bolívar. In Parque Bolívar, there's a theater right here. And I'll show that here. This is Parque Bolívar right here at night. This is not a very safe area. So if you do come, you go in and get out. Just get out the Uber and get on. No need to be walking around here at night. But a lot of the stuff happens like in the afternoon, evening, etc. Another one of my favorite theaters that is free is Pequeño Teatro. This is the little theater right here. And they have free plays, and you just give a donation when they're done. Like they pass out a hat. This is it right here. And let me show you this area. I'll just go in here. Again, this was what I walked here. I would walk here for my dates and stuff because this is where I lived downtown. So I lived in Torres de Bombona, right here. So I lived here, and this is Pequeño Teatro. So I would walk all the way over here to Pequeño Teatro for the dates or whatever. Nothing ever happened to me, even at night. But again, I wouldn't recommend you do it because I don't know you. And you could get unlucky and get robbed. Who knows? This is the area here. Like, isn't this like super clean for a downtown area? This is Pequeño Teatro right there. That's the little theater. It's beautiful. Why can't I keep going? There we go. Yeah, that's the whole theater right there. But yeah, this was a cool date spot. There used to be a pizza shop over here that was really good. Yeah, this is all new. I haven't been here in a while, so like all the when I used to live here, there was a pizza shop that was really good next to it. But anyway, yeah, so that's that area. Yeah, you really need to know where is safe and where is not safe in downtown, especially if you go at night to some of these places. If you're going to like an event, like at a theater, like for example, I told you about the Metropolitan Theater. The next best theater next to the Metropolitan Theater, at the Metropolitan Theater, it's completely safe, even though that's part of downtown. Oh, the pizza place is still there. Look, hold on, I'll get back to my thought. But that's not funny. Yeah, this pizza place, the Gran Pizza. So this opens up and people just sitting there, and they have a big brick oven. And here's the theater, the movie theater. So I would take my dates, and they have calzones like that were pretty good. This was before 8 years ago. I wasn't vegan. I've been vegan for about 5 or 6 years now. So I would take them here, and we would have calzones and maybe a beer. And then inside the theater, they sell wine, glasses of wine. So we'd sit in the courtyard waiting for the bell to be rung and have wine. Buy our, you don't need tickets, just wait to get in, and get in line with our little wine glass and watch the play. Anyway, okay, so what was I talking about? Yeah, many businesses close when the sun goes down. That's for sure. Pizza in the middle of the street and empanadas are fire. Yeah, I stopped doing that though because I would get sick a lot from like the street food. I don't know. My stomach gets all messed up sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, so those are the theaters. There's a ton of little theaters around here which are great for date spots. So I'm going over this stuff because now let's get into what are the prices to rent an apartment in these areas. For example, I told you I lived in Torres de Bombona, and I'll show you what Torres de Bombona looks like, which is a completely safe area right here. And it's basically, so these are it's 3 towers of apartments, and on the bottom floors there's little shops. It's got a courtyard, and there's a basement theater as well where they have plays at night at that theater. And it's even safe at night to walk around there. There's security guards patrolling this area. That's where I lived. That was my second place that I lived in downtown. My first place didn't have that, and I'll show you that later. It was near Parque del Periodista. But again, that was still a safe area for me, at least at night. This is Torres de Bombona, such a great area, such a great little, like it's its own little neighborhood. And I'll show you the street view, and then we'll go into what the prices for some of these are. Okay, Torre de Bombona, Girardot. This is a good street view here. Okay, so this is Torres de Bombona right here. See how there's like security guards everywhere? There's a bank down here. Oh, that's the security guard for the bank. So this is, yeah. See, don't let them tell you that Colombians don't wear shorts. This is a complete Colombian guy, and he's wearing sandals too. Yeah, see, like this is Torres de Bombona. I used to live in that building over there. No, wait. No, this building, but facing that way. yeah, so so inside this area is completely safe. So let's see how much are prices for apartments in this area. Saul Bravo, what are the percentage of remote workers living in Medellin? I have no idea. I have no idea because I'm sure a lot of Colombians are remote working as well. So let's go Airbnb real quick. Let's go. Let's start with the most expensive and work our way down. Am I logged in here? It doesn't matter if I'm logged in. Okay, so La Candelaria, Antioquia. Let's go farther out. Let's go like May. Let's go 1 month in May. Search. Okay, look how many Airbnbs there are here. This is crazy. And I bet you there are some Airbnbs in that building that I told you about. Like this looks like it might be. Like this is an apartment here. This would be 532 US dollars for the month on Airbnb furnished. This doesn't look like an apartment inside of, no, the apartments in that building that I lived in were humongous. There were like 5 bedrooms. This is not worth 500 bucks. Sorry. Sorry, next. All right. Let's go to another one. This one looks cool. It's kind of got like a loft ceiling type of thing going there. Yeah, this is like a loft style. This is really cool looking though. It's not my taste. I don't know. I wouldn't leave it so exposed. It does look cool though. But yeah, it's not to my taste. Yeah, so how much is that one? That one is $589 in downtown per month. Let's go deeper in here since I know where we're at here. Wow, look at there's a $1,300. Let's see what the $1,300 apartment looks like in downtown. I see the hot tub already. You could tell that these are Colombians that rent these. $1,300 for this? $1,300 for this? Bro. I don't know. What do you guys think? How many rooms is this? Holy cow. Maybe that's why. Can fit like 1,000 people up in there. Beautiful little penthouse apartment hidden in the heart of Medellin in front of El Teatro Pablo Tobón Uribe. Okay, so that one's right here. Pablo Tobón Uribe. That one is located right here. Let's go look at the street view of where it's at. Please open. Oh, that's the hospital. Pablo Tobón Uribe. Right here. This is a cool little area too, by the way. I used to live the first apartment that I lived at was on La Playa. Near here. So it's somewhere around here. It's one of these apartment buildings. Let's go down to the street view. So there's the theater. Oh, it looks like it was being redone over here. But yeah, this is a cool little area, by the way. This street is awesome. Kids can play in the middle of the street. There's like restaurants and stuff here. This gets really lively at night, by the way. Oh, this is another safe spot downtown at night, by the way. Yeah, this is awesome down here. I used to live near here. But yeah, so this would be a cool spot to live in. But $1,300, holy. It better be a pimped out penthouse. Yeah, for that much money? Dang. Zombie says still cheaper and better than most places here. I don't know about that one, man. To be honest, this apartment doesn't look good. Like honestly, it looks like these are cheap furniture. The most expensive thing in the whole place is like, look at this. This is like something you get at Home Center for like $100. These couches are not even like full couches. Like, what is this? A living room? I'm like very confused of the layout of this apartment. I would not pay $1,300 for this, but I don't know. I guess different strokes for different folks. Okay, so we're going back in here. Okay, let's look at another one. So that's Pablo Tubón Uribe. So this has to be. Yeah, this looks like this looks like the building that I lived in. This looks like more like the building that I lived in. This is nicer. Like this, I would pay for sure. Like look at this, way better than that other. Oh, but it doesn't have the hot tub with 1,000 jets in it. I don't know about this couch, bro. Like honestly, and this fan. Come on, man, it was looking so nice. Like if I like this right here is really nice. I like this. I would have obviously used better linen here, and maybe yeah, like some sort of shawl or something across here. But the floating things here and the outlets here, this was promising. The wires are semi, what do you call it? Hidden. Like for me, those are little. As a Airbnb host, a 5-star Airbnb host, those are the things that I look for. I'm like, okay, are the wires hidden? Just like the little extras. This is not motorized curtain. You have to use your hands, which I don't like to use my hands. Bathroom doesn't look bad at all. So this was promising. It was promising until I saw this. I'm like, well, how can you do such injustice to this apartment and get a futon? What am I, 23 in college with a get a air conditioning unit? Come on. Because it does look nice. Like the kitchen area looks nice. I like it. How much was this one? I would still pay this if it's a reasonable price. $835 for the month. And let's see if we can pinpoint where it's at. Modern studio apartment located in the center of Medellin, Torres de Bombona. Yes, that's the building I lived in. I told you I would recognize this. That means that this is a smaller unit. I lived in a larger unit. This must be very high up with a really cool view, by the way. Torres de Bombona. Told you. Pinpointed it. Very, very interesting. But yeah, like for example, like there's little things that like I would be like that bother me. I don't know. Maybe because my business partner is a perfectionist, attention to detail freak. It made me this way. Like this, I love. This, I love. The Buddhas, I love. They've got extra little blankets and stuff here, which I love. I love this decoration here, the floating night tables. But the linen, man, like what is this pattern on this linen? It should just be nicely smooth or a nice little pattern with no colors. Another couple of colored, what do you call it? Pillows that match the wall or the floor, and then like a shawl. I don't know. It's just weird. But the kitchen. Let's look at the kitchen. I don't know. I like reviewing these things. Like this is cool. Like it looks like somebody took these pictures pretty professionally. I wouldn't say they're professional, but they're good. But this kitchen is nice, and you could tell that they've got the rice cooker, they've got a air fryer, they've got the kitchenware, which is great. It looks pretty modern, and it's just a 1-bedroom. But this would be nice, and it's in a good apartment building, Las Torres de Bombona. There's a ton of things to do, walking distance away. It would be a very fun time to be there, even for just 1 month. Okay, so that's Airbnb. We're looking at Airbnb. That apartment was the one that we liked in Torres de Bombona, which is a 1-bedroom, mind you, was at total for 1 month in May, $957. So now let's look at the furnished route, but maybe a Facebook Marketplace, right? Let's go Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace. I'm going the long way. I should have just Googled it. Marketplace. Why can't I find it? Facebook Marketplace. There it is. Okay, so Facebook Marketplace. Let's look at apartments. And I always like looking, using Spanish words because usually those people that post in Spanish are Colombian, catering to other Colombians, and not just like gringos catering to other gringos and overpricing sometimes, or most of the times. Apartamento La Candelaria. Again, downtown is called La Candelaria, Medellin. Let's see if we could find it this way. Oh, here we go. There's some for sale. These are for rent. Okay. Okay, so let's look at something similar to what we found. Like, that was nice. For downtown, that was really nice. I liked it, actually. For sale. How can I sort by distance? No. Oh, price. Maybe maximum price. So let's go like what? Let's go 1,500,000. No, sorry. We could go up to even 3 million will be less than what that one was. That one was almost $1,000. Okay, so let's see. Okay, this apartamento amoblado piso 13 Sabaneta. This is not La Candelaria. Why can't I? Apartamento. Okay, I'll just Google it. Apartamento amoblado La Candelaria, Medellin. Let's see if we could find a furnished apartment through a local agency. Okay, like for example, these are local agencies, and we'll even look at Mercado Libre too. Okay, this is a search engine. Okay, so these are expensive, but they're nice. Holy cow. But this can't be downtown. No, it's not finding it. Okay, let's go to Mercado Libre. Okay. Oh, okay. This one's good right here. Look at this. This is a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It's basically the same type. But see how much better Airbnb is for this stuff, man? Like this is garbage. Like I wouldn't pay almost over $1,000 for this apartment. No, this is complete and utter nonsense. Like that other one was way better, and it was under $1,000 per month. Okay. Arriendo apartamento Medellín La Candelaria. You would assume on Airbnb their prices are still high. I mean, if you want something nice, like for example, I would consider that nice. Like for example, I would consider this pretty nice as well right here. It's under $1,000, but it's downtown. This is nice. Like this is, again, these guys failed because they have zero decorations. What is this? This is nice though. This is part of the apartment. Yeah, this is cool. It might just be a. Oh, okay. So, yeah, you're near the metro station, the light rail station. So, like, that's the difference between renting off of Airbnb and on Airbnb. On Airbnb, you're gonna find something nice and modern. If you go off of Airbnb in downtown, it's like you're looking at it right now. We're going through it. Apartación amoblado. Okay. And they're still pretty expensive. Okay, this one's apartamento. This one's very cheap right here. Let's see. And those are the pictures. Like, then you're talking about this kind of living. And if you're okay with it, like for me, I don't like this. I would not live like this. Is like the guy, you got somebody else's baby picture. This is where you would have to live. Look, they didn't even make the bed for the picture. But It's $1,550 or pesos per month. What is that in COP or in USD? COP to USD. That is $396. $396 per month. If you are okay living with this, like, oh, this looks like a very familiar apartment building. This looks like a very familiar apartment building. Let's see, can I figure where it's at? Ver en mapa. It's not gonna tell us. Yeah, they don't want to know. They don't want you to know where exactly it is because you could just go there personally and even get a better price. Warren Kenner, you paid $30 per night in Uptown Seattle. Dang, let's go look at that. Let's go May. Uptown Seattle. Yeah, you're not going to pay $30 in Uptown Seattle. Maybe for a room. Look at these prices. Like even going like, yeah, there's nothing under 2,500 or 2,000. There's 2,100 per month. Okay, let's go like to the boonies over here. Eastmont. I know Seattle pretty well because I have a lot of I had a lot of clients in Seattle. Yeah, there's no way. You're not going to find $30 a night. What year was this? I know Warren Kenner, you're an older gentleman. It must have been what, in like the 70s? Like, there's no way. There's no way. All right, we call BS on that one. Unless if it's like an unfurnished apartment that you found somewhere. But yeah, that's hard to believe that Medellin would have higher prices than Uptown Seattle. That's absolutely absurd. I see those comments on Facebook, like gringo groups, like, oh, these are Miami prices, and then you go to Miami Airbnb, it's like, yeah. Oh, Warren Kenner, you're only 40? Oh, I thought you were older. You're wiser. Okay, so we're seeing that you can find cheaper stuff, but again, if you're going to be here full time, if you want to live in downtown full time, you could, and then you would be finding apartamento inmobiliaria Medellin centro. Let's see. Like, let's look at unfurnished apartments in that area. Buscar propiedad. This is. Let's go. Arriendo. La Candelaria. Metro cuadrado. Okay, so for example, this one right here. This is Guayabal. Okay, well let's go. Let's try to find tipo de inmueble, antigüedad. No, okay, so maybe just keyword. La Candelaria. Why is it giving me Guayabal? I don't care about Guayabal. Loma de los Gonzales. Yeah, this is. It's really hard to find on these online sites because you give them a keyword and they won't, and they just don't. Let's see. Candelaria, Medellin. Okay, there we go. Arriendo. Let's see. Again, nothing. Just one. Aún no encuentro blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there's nothing in downtown on this page. That's insane. Apartamentos en arriendo. Okay, here we go. La Candelaria. Finally. Okay. So this is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath for 1,600,000 pesos, which in US dollars, let's look at that. That's $409 per month. And that's this apartment here. Let's take a look at it. Doesn't look too bad from that initial picture, but looks can be deceiving. Okay. Hey, that's not bad. No windows. It's like no windows at all. Where are the windows? Is this a jail cell? Oh, here's a window. it's I mean, it's not bad, but if you're going to be living here full time, you wouldn't want that. Okay, let's look at more. Okay, this one's 3 million pesos. It should be better. It's like what, $800 or so? Okay, a little better. I still don't see any windows or view. Oh, let's go. Okay, that's not bad. Crazy view, but this is downtown. This is actually a proper apartment for one person or two people living here. This is not bad at all. In downtown Medellin, it's 3 million pesos, which comes out to be at today's exchange rate $767. Hey, my Streamlabs is working. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize Streamlabs is on. Okay, Streamlabs is working. Wait, does that mean... Yeah, it doesn't let me. Can I pin? No. I was supposed to be able to pin comments. Okay, but anyway, yeah, so it looks like you can get some decent apartments for long-term, decent-looking apartments for less than $1,000. They're like, again, that one looked pretty nice. But yeah, rental prices all over the place have gone up, and like the Colombians that are saying that, oh, it's the tourism, the tourists, the gringos that are coming here and jacking up the prices. No, very little gringos go downtown and look at the prices downtown. For a normal Colombian, 1.5 million pesos could be a lot of money for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. Could be a lot of money for someone that's just working one job. But if you're a couple working, a job and each making 3 million, okay, it could be definitely doable. But if you're just one person making 3 million pesos per month, you're not going to be able to pay half your salary for an apartment. So inflation is real, baby. Look at this one right here. This is 5 million pesos. This is nicer though. This is cool. Big balcony. Old ass kitchen. It's pretty big though. Wow, look at this. Big chandeliers for your big dinner parties. Yeah. So this is 5 million pesos, which is in COP $1,279 per month. To be honest, I'd just go the Airbnb route at this point if I'm going to be in downtown. I was like, pay that for, and then you have to furnish it and do all that stuff, unless if you really want to live there. But yeah, that's downtown though, and that's La Candelaria. That's not even going into the areas of like Buenos Aires, down over here. Like Buenos Aires is right up here. Sucre. Dang, why can't I find Buenos Aires? Oh, just Google it or find it here. Buenos Aires. Medellin. There it is. Buenos Aires, Medellin. Here, let's look at apartments. So this is where downtown is over here. Buenos Aires is up the hill. So it is hilly. But a lot of people love it. Like, for example, this area is beautiful right here. Look at this. It's really cool. It's like, and I would consider Buenos Aires pretty safe. Even at night. Like, sorry, I was trying to go to the tramway. Went the wrong direction, I think. Where the heck is it? No, that's not it. Is this it? Yeah, Buenos Aires. I mean, this is as Colombian as it gets right here. I'm sure you could find way cheaper apartments. I think here. I think downtown's more expensive too because you're near work. I guess right. This is Buenos Aires. So let's look for an apartment in Buenos Aires. Apartamento. Oh, let's go Airbnb first. Let's see what Airbnb has in Buenos Aires. Caicedo, Buenos Aires here. This is Buenos Aires right here. Okay, so there's one for $694 per month. Let's see what that one looks like. Well, this is looking decent, actually. There's no picture there. This is actually decent for the price in Buenos Aires. It looks like it's got decent stuff. No TVs in the room. It's got a washer. You got a hang dry, which is okay for that price. I had a girlfriend that lived in Buenos Aires, and she had the most amazing view at night. Imagine this view. That's these people probably are new to Airbnb or something, but I would have taken a picture of that view. That view at night must be incredible because Buenos Aires is kind of like hilly, so you get really good views. Yeah, so this is probably cheaper. Yeah, because it's farther from things. It's hilly. You're probably taking transportation and stuff, but it looks decent enough. Let's look at something that's more expensive in Buenos Aires. See what that looks like. Let's look for the most expensive thing in Buenos Aires. It looks like 1600 so far. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like 1600 is the most expensive Airbnb in Buenos Aires. Oh, holy cow. Okay, $2,592 for the month of May. Entire rental unit in Medellin, hosted by Carlos. Wait a minute, is that a plastic table as your dinner table? Hold on. How is this that much money? Bro. Oh no, that's a to-go table. No, I thought that was plastic table. That's not plastic though. Maybe the chairs are, but they're nice though. I could tell that they're made in to-go. Yeah, this is to-go furniture, which is nice furniture, but just doesn't really fit here. That cow. Yeah. Well, how is this? This guy's getting away with his murder if he's actually selling it. If he's actually renting it. Well, what is this room? Like, here's your jail cell, sir. It's got a walk-in closet though. I swear to God, if he doesn't take a picture of the walk-in closet, I'm gonna message him. There you go. You can have your baby sleeping right next to you on the floor. It's got the waterfall shower head though. That's nice. This is the walk-in closet, by the way. That's kind of like a big thing to promote, like believe it or not, in Airbnb, especially for like females or couples. Oh, it's got a rooftop pool. Okay, now we're talking. But still, that's a pretty hefty price for something that's in that area, to be honest. Yeah, that's like, I guess it's not even in Buenos Aires. It's kind of away from Buenos Aires, but let's look at the $1,600 one. Like this already looks better than that one, and it's almost half price. This is better. Like they did a good job with this Airbnb right here. $1,600 in Buenos Aires. This is worth it right here. Buenos Aires is where the buses are and the tracks in the street. Yeah, they have the light rail that comes across. This is a nice unit. Yeah, the tranvía it's called. They did a great job, really good job. I actually like this headboard. That design looks really cool. It's got a little desk there. This is a good job here. Look, I told you, picture of the walk-in closet. I can't believe the other one was going for 2,000, over 2,000 bucks. Look at this view. This is good. This would be passable for Airbnb prices in Buenos Aires. Now let's go apartamento Amoblado. Let's see if we can find something in Buenos Aires. See, if you go off Airbnb, you start to get some weird stuff. Like stuff that's like catered towards more like... What is this? Oh, when it's in US dollars, I'm just like... Wait, out? What? Like oh, okay, I see. This is Buenos Aires, Argentina. I got you. My bad. Buenos Aires, Medellin. Okay, so let's see if Metro Cuadrado has anything. Okay, here we go. Lindo apartamento. Where is this? Buenos Aires, Medellin. Oh, these are nice. Wow. Okay, is this for sale? Yeah, so they're selling this one for 350 million pesos. It's almost $100,000. I wouldn't buy there. I mean, if you love the area and you want to live there, then yeah, but not for business. This one's cheap. It's 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 27 square meters. It's basically a shoebox. Okay, so let's look at this one for rent for 250,000 pesos off of Airbnb. You could probably negotiate it down too. This looks decent actually. And the price on this one is $831. Not bad. Not bad for a furnished apartment off of Airbnb in Buenos Aires. As you can see, downtown Medellin doesn't have many options. Even on Metro Cuadrado, I couldn't find anything. But on Metro Cuadrado here, I can find a bunch of apartments. Well, most of them are for sale, as you can see. This one's 1,000. This is a 1 million pesos per month. This is what we can get for 1 million pesos per month. Oh, but this is unfurnished. Unfurnished apartment for 1 million pesos. This is why people live in Buenos Aires, because it's so cheap, but you have to travel everywhere. 1 million pesos 200 for this apartment, unfurnished. That is $260 per month. And this apartment's not bad looking, to be honest. Not bad looking. Like, for that price, for a local would obviously love this if it's like... looks like 3 bedrooms